Hi, I'm Mark from Mark of the Cyber Beast. In this week's episode, I'm going to show you what I use to record my videos in case you're interested in doing your own YouTube channel as well. So stay tuned. And welcome back. Okay, I use 3 different types of recorders for my videos. And in case you want to get an idea of what I use and why, the 3 I use are an Osmo from DJI. I've got this new handheld DVC, which I'll show you in a minute. And of course, a GoPro. Now, here's what I'm going to do. This portion is being recorded by the Osmo, okay? And I'm going to talk about the other 2. And you've obviously already seen some of the GoPro footage if you saw some of the traveling. But then I'm going to show you what the DVC is like. So first, I'm going to talk about the GoPro. Now this is a little bit older version. This is the 10 Black. Okay, this is maybe a year or 2 old. They always come out with new versions, and I'm not sure if the new versions are really worthwhile, but this is a great little unit. This is the industry standard for portable and action shooting. Now, the great thing is, this is a default standard for a reason. It works extremely well, okay? One of the great things about it is that it's waterproof. In fact, they've got a waterproof case to really protect it. And so I've actually mounted these on my jet ski and taken footage of jumping up over waves and landing, and it does a great job and it stays in one piece, and it is waterproof, okay? It has built-in time-lapse recording. So you'll see a lot of times with the videos we do, I'll do time-lapse within the video editing software I use, which is Wondershare's Filmora. But this also has a built-in time-lapse, okay? Now, the really cool thing about GoPros is that you have a front and a rear screen. So if you have this with a suction cup mount, you can actually see what is on display and adjust it without having to look from behind it, which is really cool. Now the back screen is a lot bigger. Also on the screen, it tells you how much storage you have in your SD card, your battery life, and then also what mode you're in. And to change modes, it's real easy. You just photo, you just swipe it right and left, video, time lapse, and this works great. The other great thing about using a GoPro is the battery lasts about an hour, but you can just simply pop it open, and I've got this charging box which plugs in with a USB-C cable, and I can charge 3 batteries at the same time. So with 4 batteries, I've got a good 4 hours, probably close to 5 hours of charge time. Plus, with my USB-C charger in my truck, I can continue to charge while it's running and taking FSD footage of the truck. So the great thing about this GoPro is that it's nice long battery. It's got screens on the front and back. It's waterproof in case you want to mount it on the outside. And it's pretty rugged, okay? It's designed to be rugged. So a GoPro is a must-have if you ever do stuff like this. Now the next thing I just recently got it. This was just under $50, okay? Open it up just like the old days. Right, with camcorders, you've got a nice screen right there. Now the cool thing about this is that you've got a zoom mode. This is a 16x zoom. So the good thing about this, if I have to zoom in on things, this does a real good zoom footage. A couple other things about this unit which makes it beneficial is if I open up this compartment here, which is giving me difficulty because there we go. We've got a USB-C connector in here. There is no SD cards to fool around with, okay? You just plug it into your computer, download the files directly, so it makes it real easy. The GoPro and the Osmo use an SD card. This, you just wire it right in, and you're good to go. So that's the other plus. Like I said, it's under $50, which is inexpensive. There's no SD card. There's a 16x zoom, and again, just like the old camcorders, except this is a lot smaller, very, very light. This allows you to go ahead and work. There's a couple other features on this I've yet to learn, but it's a nice little recorder if you need to take something on the go with you that you're not really worried about, because the DJI Osmo, which we're going to be talking about in a minute, is a few $100. It's an expensive investment, but it's well worth it. And we're gonna show you why. Now, we've recorded all of this with the Osmo. We're gonna go ahead and record the rest with the DVC, and you'll see the difference in the video as I go over the difference with the Osmo. One more thing I do wanna mention about the Osmo. This. I'll have to turn this off to use the recording on the DVC, but the wireless lapel mic with this little fur thing on here, it really kills the wind. So whenever I'm doing any recording outside, this does a great job of taking out the wind, but by putting the mic right here, it gets a great audio sound. And you can tell in my videos, when I don't have this on, the audio isn't as good. So, you know, that's the trade-off, but this Osmo is the only one that has this wireless lapel clip with it, and it's well worth getting. So we're gonna go ahead and switch cameras right now and go from there. Okay, well this is my Osmo. It's extremely small. Now there's a couple of newer different versions. This is a very small design. It's got a very small screen, which I'll turn on so you can see. It's a small screen. It's a little hard to see. You can actually get an adapter and hook your cell phone up to it so you have a bigger screen to see. And the cell phone will kind of mount with the handle so you can kind of see it. I use a Pixel Pro, and it's a very large screen, so it gets to be difficult. So we just use this looking at this screen. Now my wife is our excellent camera woman. She does a great job, and she has mastered this. She's able to see this no problem and be able to work it. Now, the cool thing about the Osmo is that this is a gimbal, okay? So as I move this, and you're not gonna be able to see it on the screen probably, but it keeps everything straight, okay? So if you're bouncing around and moving around, it keeps the video really smooth. So when we do these videos, this Osmo is responsible, and my wife, for keeping it looking phenomenal, okay? So the gimbal is what really makes the Osmo from DJI the real go-to for recording these videos. As I mentioned before, this microphone is phenomenal. You have to charge it up, but it's a lapel clip, and it looks a little goofy with the furry piece on it, but it's, you know, it really does keep all the wind and noise out. Now the other cool thing too with the DJI, you can attach it to a selfie stick, which I've used for my trips and some other videos. When you screw it into the base, okay, it knows it's on a selfie stick. So when you turn it on, this automatically turns around. It's off now, but it will automatically turn around and shine towards you, okay? So it automatically detects the selfie stick, and it will go ahead and take a picture of you, and it'll follow you around with that gimbal. It does a really, really good job with the selfie stick. I really absolutely love this thing. I've had it for a few years now, and it's definitely the go-to that I have. My wife and I love it. She's really good with using this. You can do stills with it, but we do videos with it. You can zoom in, zoom out, but this also has another stick, which I didn't bring out to show you. Very similar to this. It's a little bit smaller though, except it's heavier because it's got an extra longer battery. So you screw it into here, okay? And then there's two ways you can connect it. You can either connect it with a wire, USB wire from here to the stick, or it's got an adapter where you can pop it right in, and you pop this bottom piece off, which I'm having difficulty with doing. There we go. And as you can see on the bottom, there's another USB-C plug. This goes into the stick, okay? And that's how it powers it up. And that stick, you can go for hours recording it. So the Osmo does have these accessories you have to buy. You have to buy the mic separate. You have to buy the selfie stick and the powered selfie stick separate. But again, it's well worth it. You're going to spend probably $400 or $500 in this unit, but it does all of our great videos. And that's how we do our videos. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please always down below hit like, hit comment, subscribe, and remember, tell a friend about this channel. This is Mark from the Cyber Beast, and we'll see you next time.